Yeah, the grimness of the world. But thank you so much for being here, Patrick, and I'll see you in the next one, mate. Thank you so much. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Shaun Attwood channel. I am just waiting on Paula M coming to join me. And this evening, we're going to start covering the case of Wiggins' Wild World. And if you are a bit of an internet-y person, you'll probably know what's going on with this case. Just give me a minute to sort of fix everything. So, Wiggins' Wild World, just a nice couple falling in love. And we're gonna start this journey off from the beginning. Because, like I say, a lot of you are not internet-y, culture-y, super culture-y, mad. You're into what you're into, but there's some stuff that could miss you. Now, Wiggins' Wild World on YouTube, Off-Grid Life, really nice people. Now, do I need to unsubscribe? Then go to the home page. Yeah, okay. So we're going to just watch this little video. It'll give you some context to who these people are. And this video is from 4 months ago, Strangers to Soulmates. This is going to set the stage for not only who these people are, but why I believe there's a lot of credibility to what they're saying.
So my wife, Victoria, and I...
Can you just confirm you can hear this?
...met in April of 2024.
Let me know you can hear that, guys. Oh, Paula, perfect timing. First of all, Paula, welcome. Second of all, we're just rushing because we've only got an hour. Now, Paula, do you know the story about Wiggins' Wild World?
No.
Okay, brilliant. So you're about to learn the first part of this story, which is who is Wiggins' Wild World? Who is the couple? How did they meet? Why are we talking about this? So this is the start. So let's watch.
And we were dating by 420. So my wife, Victoria, and I met in April of 2024. And we were dating by 420. May 15th, we're married. And we decided we want to do something different. So we sold all of our stuff. We were living in the Pacific Northwest. And we got the best truck we could afford and the best trailer we could afford. And we decided to roll the dice and buy a 20-acre property in Cochise County, Arizona, and move there sight unseen. So this is our journey to Arizona to see how this turns out. And
instantly we liked this couple, right?
No, I know which story this is. We were talking about it yesterday.
Okay,
it's
well,
don't forget to mute yourself. Don't forget to mute yourself.
Fine. Okay, so don't say anything. Okay. So we're going to continue for another minute.
Hopefully we didn't make the biggest mistake of our lives.
The first hill that we're on, coming out of Ashland, Oregon. It's a big ass hill. It's Mount Ashland.
Okay, look, I'm gonna turn off my mic and I'm gonna hit play. Let me know you can still hear it. The echo should be gone, but let me know you can still hear it. Mic's going off.
And Siskiyou Pass. But we started overheating since we have all of our shit. So we have the heaters on, all the windows open. The dog is having a great time. We're being harassed by semis. Just like a cute girl in traffic with no clue, making our way downtown. So this is set up. It's gonna be home for the next couple months. Couple weeks, couple months, we'll see what happens. We're in some city in like the Central Valley that has something to do with coal. There's a huge fucking feedlot.
All right. Already you're like, oh my God, these guys are awesome. I cannot wait to follow their journey. So you go to their YouTube page. We've got posts from 3 weeks ago. We've got all of this kicking off 4 months ago. So we've got 4 months, okay, of content that is consistent on YouTube and on their TikTok, which has been about their homestead. Now, before we check out their TikTok, why are we talking about this, Ron? Well, we're going to start our little journey with a compilation video that's going to put the reality of the situation now for the Wiggins wild world. So bear with me. You'll understand.
All have that same mind frame. This next creepy video comes from Wiggins Wild World on TikTok. Now, what's interesting about this is that he and his wife stumble upon some very interesting items in their location. So they make videos about this, and they are getting a lot of views. They're going viral. All of a sudden, TikTok completely removed all other videos when it came to what they found.
Well, now I'm recording like right to TikTok because like it is getting real now. So we're off north of our property a little bit, and we were looking for places that naturally hold water, and we found this like little pond that's like north of an arroyo, and this thing is filled with kids' backpacks.
Like filled with backpacks.
And there's like a mound here, and
there's like a bunch of signs
there's more
of like
backpacks.
wildlife activity.
Like if you dig down,
It's like
there's backpacks. There's little kids' backpacks here.
Don't be too loud.
Like there are kids' backpacks here. I'm armed. But we found a place out in the middle of the desert north of our property that has bones and boots and
All sorts of shit.
kids' backpacks. Yeah. This is getting really, really weird. Do you smell that?
What?
Something smells like sweet.
No.
Like it smells like laundry detergent. Do you smell that? And there's like...
Well, you know, it smells that like sweet like that out in place.
So scary enough, okay, to move out into the middle of nowhere with your wife. Just in case you didn't catch it, they bought it sight unseen, which means you buy it, you've not seen it. It makes sense. You know, you spend, 3 months settling in, building your cabin, getting all the essentials going, because keep in mind, they're in the desert. It's life is serious out there. And now they're at the stage where they're comfortably about to explore their land. And they start posting on TikTok about these findings. And their videos start to get removed. And I just want to continue with this. I just paused because of TOS. So that's where we're up to with this. We're going to continue.
This is like out here.
So we just hit a point where we found like our 5th backpack or bag after finding that boot. And yeah, we're done. We're going to head back to the property. Going to have to contact somebody about this because one of our neighbors was really, really interested when we found bones on our property. And that guy's been really, really against us having social media. So I think sorry, we're kind of in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have to figure this out, but we just found a bunch of backpacks and like personal belongings.
Or something, because we're gonna have to look at this later, but like.
Well, now I'm recording like right to...
The only way I was able to find this video again happens to be because somebody else reposted the video. But as you can see here, people are leaving comments like, bro, they just removed all the posts he posted. Someone else said, I see that. Someone needs to make sure they are okay. This was another one of their videos. Again, somebody reposted this individual, Stephanie Mitchell.
So we found the spot. And yeah, it's exactly like we thought.
Don't touch it.
Little glittery pink Nike shoes and little pink purple backpacks, like literally everywhere.
I want you all to keep in mind the references to colors and consistency. And I want you to imagine, allegedly, you could be a small child who's gone through some sort of transportation to a country, whether it's because there's been a natural disaster, perhaps it's an immigration thing. And when you get there, you're handed a little backpack with like some welcome to America goodies inside. It gives me strange vibes like that.
We look, there's a bear backpack, and they're all like this size. And half the ones that I've looked at still have personal effects in them. Like this one over here, literally was filled with clothes and toothpaste.
Shouldn't be touching it. That's a crime scene.
Literally, there's just more little backpacks.
I agree. It's his property though, and he's in shock. I mean,
Yeah, but that's a crime scene, and basically everything he's touched cannot be introduced in court because he's touched it. He's tampered with it.
he can hand over his fingerprints. There's ways around it. Don't worry.
No, that's not
All
it.
women's and children.
Hang on. Let's just get through this. We'll argue it out after. Just give me a second.
Shit. Like, yeah, I understand migrants leave stuff, but these are all purple. These are all like purple little girls, man.
In all fairness, he just acknowledged somebody telling him off in his side chat for exactly what Paula just said there. He just said, yeah, I know I'm touching it, but so you can see that what Paula's saying is right, but you can understand from the human condition, the panic, and almost by touching it, it's confirming its reality, if that makes sense.
This is also another one of their videos where they're saying they've called the authorities and the authorities came out.
All right, just got off the phone with the Cochise County Sheriff's Department. They do not think we're wasting anyone's time. After I described the situation, why we thought it was suspicious with there being a lack of a road, everything is women and children's. There was bones. Yeah, they're definitely like, why would you not be concerned? So we got a hold of the same deputy that was out here before when we found a femur and a lower leg bone that had been sawed in half.
So this is crucial. I've often wondered about sheriff's departments. They're very different from the regular police and government bodies. And I wonder if we're going to see another department take over this that cuts the sheriff's department out, and we start hearing a new narrative on this, because femur bones cut in half, children's femur bones. I'm going to show you an image just very, very quickly, right? Just in case anyone is, wondering. Do you see what he's holding here? Do you see this up here? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a break. That's not an accident. That's a sawed bone. And I'll tell you something right now. If you're dismembering something or butchering it to reduce the amount of pieces it's in, you don't saw anything. You go in at the joints. You cut round the joint, you pull the whole thing out, you're done. The only reason you saw something up like that, I think you know the reasons you saw some things up. Let's not be silly here. Now, we're going to continue on.
Yeah, those of you guys that are like, oh, it's just you're blowing it out of proportion, it's just a drop. Well, we found a child-sized femur and lower leg bone that had a clean saw off it, next to a pair of little kid's Jordan shoe, a backpack, and some clothes. Like, the sheriff's department was like, oh damn, like this look. Yeah, and we still haven't heard back the results from that, so that's a little fishy. But hopefully with this, it's just like you guys are saying, like, that think we're wasting everyone's time, that it's just a drop. The sheriff's department definitely.
He keeps making lives, but TikTok keeps canceling his lives and giving him community strikes. This was one of his most recent videos on TikTok where he says he's scared, he's crying, because now he feels like he's being followed.
So I just saw a truck on our road that was parked.
I just want to talk about this for a minute. You would think that social media platforms would be rallying to get behind a man and his findings like this. Let's be honest. If there wasn't evil behind these corporations, a platform like TikTok making this the front page, is putting out all of the news they can, helping with putting the words out to police departments. Hey, our algorithms just detected a guy who may have found something. We need to go and look into it. That should be the normal response. Why does it always come down to what you're about to hear now?
I stood up on the bumper and like got a better look at it, and it turned around. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't feel safe. My wife doesn't feel safe. We can't just drop everything and leave. Like, I'm supposed to be rototilling my garden today. This is just a lot. Like, we absolutely love it here, but like, I don't know what to do. Like, my wife doesn't feel safe at this point. We come out of our trailer and look north, and there's that grove of trees, and it just feels like somebody's just kicking me in the freaking chest. Like, I think we have to take a trip for the day or something. Like, we genuinely do not feel safe between the airplane low flyover yesterday and the truck. Like, there's no traffic on this road. I've seen one other truck the entire time we've been out here. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, we genuinely can't just like go.
Now, I just want to say to everyone who is part of the movement and part of the awakened mindset, I'm working on getting a location for this farm or his homestead. And what I've learned from my interactions with Beverly is making a grid formation. Okay. And all of this took place at a tuft of trees north of his property. And I reached out to this couple. Like, I've messaged them 3 or 4 times on Instagram. Every way that I can get a hold of them, I'm trying to, because it doesn't end here.
You know what I mean? And we don't want to. We love it here. I don't know. We'll keep you guys posted. We're most likely going to be going live a lot today because this is just, if the truck breaks down or we get a flat tire or something, I just want to be able to have you guys, if that makes sense. We just don't have, we have a few friends and that's it. And yeah, I've never had a wife before, and she's amazing and she's scared. So like, I don't know what else to do. I'm not somebody that runs, but like, I'm not going to put my wife in danger because we went for a walk. You know what I mean? But I don't know what else to do. So we're going to keep in contact with everybody. We're going to go live, like I said, because like, this truck is not reliable. I just replaced the water pump, so we'll see how this goes. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, we just are trying to do the right thing, and we went for a walk, and it just kind of turned into this. And like, I'm supposed to be rototilling my garden today. I'm supposed to like be doing homesteading shit, and my wife is like scared. So like, I have to do what I can. Shit, I'm scared. Like, I don't know why I'm saying my wife's scared. I'm scared. Like, I will say I'm scared. Like, it doesn't work out well for people like us in movies that find shit like this, if it is what we think it is. So I genuinely don't know what to do. We're gonna go for a drive. We can't really take the cat, but we like have to. So he just can't sit in a hot trailer all day by himself. So we're gonna get Javier and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do today. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for us not feeling alone. I don't know what we would do without TikTok right now.
So social media has become a witness, a way for someone who's living in fear to eradicate some of that by knowing they're live in front of thousands of people. If anything was to happen, they have that layer of safety, that eyewitness. And again, you would think social media platforms should be at the forefront of assisting people who wind up in a criminal scenario, alleged criminal scenario. We could be looking at any number of things here. But when we start looking at child-sized femurs that have been sawn in half, we have to pay attention. Now, please, can you like and share and push this out? We're not done yet. Thank you, Paula, for being so patient.
That's okay,
So
man.
thank you, and we'll keep you posted. Since the live stream got taken down and we haven't yet, we need to
Now, he said the live stream's been taken down. This is the live stream he was talking about in the previous video that he was going to do so that they felt more comfortable in their own home. They went live. They were explaining exactly the situation to their supporters, and TikTok completely vaporized the stream. Now, it's one thing to have a stream removed after the fact, but midstream,
we just want to tell everybody we in no way plan on harming ourselves or doing anything like that. Like, we're very happy and in love and everything's great. We're very happy people. So we do not plan on harming ourselves at all. Just getting that out there, since it was on.
if there's anything we can be doing, I want to just replay. And if there's one part of this we should all be clipping, is that part. If thousands of people put out we are not feeling like we want to unalive ourselves statement, okay, and then links this story, it's something we can all do.
I'm gonna do a video about it.
We just want to tell everybody we in no way plan on harming ourselves or doing anything like that. Like, we're very happy and in love and everything's great. We're very happy people. So we do not plan on harming ourselves at all. Just getting that out there, since it was on our live stream that got taken down. Yeah, just thank you guys for everything. We're just going to keep kind of trying to breathe a little bit today, figure out a plan. We don't want to get pushed around or pushed off our property. It's like the last thing, obviously. Like, this is our dream to do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I understand you guys like want us to like make them shareable, but you guys can screen record them and share them too. It's just right now I really gotta kind of protect our sanity, if that makes sense. But I love you guys so much. Thank you. Please, no, don't do that. Like, if you guys feel the need ever to give to us just out of the kindness of our heart for our homestead or something, I understand that. But
so people keep asking if there's a way to donate to him, a GoFundMe and so forth, but he keeps making videos and he's replying to comments saying to stop asking because he does not want anybody's money. He's not in this for donations, and he does not want a GoFundMe. He believes he stumbled upon something and he wants to try to help people, but now he and his wife are scared and they feel like they are being followed.
I found this creepy post on Reddit where someone shared a picture.
All right, listen, one of my mods, the wonderful Casabear, has just said that Mary Margaret has got some information on this. So I'm just going to pull you in, Mary Margaret. Mary Margaret, are you there?
Yeah, hello. How are you?
Very, very well. What do you think of the whole Wiggins case so far?
Well, it's pretty controversial right now, and I'm still doing more research, but there is a gentleman called Beauty Mark on TikTok that's been doing some serious investigating on it.
Okay.
And so have I. Like, because some people are accusing this couple of clout chasing, but I don't fully believe that. But there is an exporter patrol that happens to be their neighbor. Now, when they discovered all this stuff, that particular neighbor offered to take, there was a plane that flew over, but it was a friend of theirs plane. They wanted to take them to the plane to show more because there's much more on that property.
Okay.
And when I watched the videos over and over, you could tell these backpacks were old.
Of course.
They've been there for a while.
Well, no, listen,
Right.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. We've got the Colgate tube, okay, which we can look at the time of design of the Colgate tube. But those backpacks, I've left stuff out in my garden over a summer, and just it's incredible that how quickly some fabrics and things can degrade, if you know what I mean. So
yeah.
It's an interesting one. We also have a set of Nike shoes, I do believe, that we've seen. So we've got two brands and you know products that we can try and time check against to get something. But carry on, please.
Well, yeah, the couple also, they left the property. They didn't want to, but they had to because they're terrified. They feel like they're being followed and they're being watched because they don't get traffic, right? So when you're out like that, like I'm out on the country, I'm on a farm. we're on 3.5 acres. We didn't get that much traffic. So, when people come and go.
Yeah, 100%.
So they got so scared. They're in an Airbnb. They took their TikTok down. They're the ones that took it down. Nobody got rid of them. They did it because they're being harassed by the public, calling them liars, clout chasers. So he just sticks to YouTube now.
Okay.
But hopefully they can get back to their property and figure this out. And then they did turn in that bone to the authorities, and no one's gotten back to him yet because it probably takes time.
Okay, so here's my take on all this, right? I think if this couple are already in a demographic of creators that is algorithmically very, very friendly, their YouTube numbers aren't great. I don't know what their TikTok numbers were like, but these two, I do not get any sense of wanting clout. I feel like
I don't either.
I feel like they had a very active community who would have very happily set up GoFundMes, and you even heard him say there himself that if you want to contribute to the homestead, that's fine, but they don't want to make money from this situation. Now, if this was for example, I thought it might be an ARG. I thought it might have been a new something that was going to kick off, but this is not that. I do not think for a second any of this has been falsified or faked. Why would anyone choose sawn in half child femur as their clout chase?
Exactly. And also, too, the ex-border patrol, that's his neighbor, he's been complaining about the same thing for years, and nobody has done anything. That's what gets me. He wants to take this couple and show them even more stuff that is across that border.
So I need everyone to know that this couple, as far as I'm concerned, I will be very disappointed and want a massive apology if this turns out to be some sort of clout chase. There is way more intelligent ways of doing a clout chase from 20 acres of desert than falsifying an unalived pit of children. Okay. Also, they seem like a normal couple. Whose idea was that? Were they just in their trailer one night, like, hey, honey, do you fancy getting a whole bunch of like fake kids' bones and burying them in the garden and clout chasing off that? Oh, yeah, that'd be great, honey. It doesn't seem like the best use of time in what is a virtual oven. Well,
yeah, and it doesn't. And they were in search of water because they had a pretty big following on TikTok. But their TikTok was to show people how to homestead.
Yep.
To get off grid and stay out of the system, so to speak. So, growing your own food. And they were in search of water because, they need to dig a well. And that's when they found all of that stuff. And I just don't see them clout chase. I really don't. And the way this gentleman was crying, I mean, tears rolling down his face. He was terrified of a plane. He didn't realize that plane was there to possibly help.
Yeah.
And then the truck, and then his wife is scared. So you could tell this was real. This is not fake acting. And then when he came on, he did a live, was it 2 days ago on YouTube? And he had said, I don't care what anyone says, we are not clout chasers. I can give you the name of the detective that we talked to, the name of the sheriff that we talked to, and everybody that they called. They took names, they took badge numbers, everything down.
They seem like people who are used to the first part of becoming to the internet, which is the positive part, but they don't understand that you're never going to be able to convince everybody. And they need to stand strong. They need to re-engage their social medias. They need to put their truth out there. And the more people stand firm, because I'll tell you this right now, my background is in the people that do horrible things to children. Okay.
Oh, I've been following you for 5 years.
I'll tell you this right now. Anyone who wants to clout chase off the back of fake stuff like this, I will happily systematically dismantle those individuals. Metaphorically, online, social media. But I don't get that vibe. I don't either. And I'll tell you something else. The talk about the cat was another thing that sold me, because if you're going out there to do a clout chase, why are you taking a cat? Because at some point you're going to have to fake running away. The discussion of not leaving the cat in the trailer seemed like a genuine moment where he was like, oh my God, and we have to take the cat because we don't know if we're going to be. It was one of those moments that made me think like that is a realization that no one wants to think about, and only people in that circumstance would think of it. Or maybe I'm stupid. I have no idea. So just
No,
Mary,
the cat, yeah.
so what happened? They done their live show recently, and like I say, the TikTok is gone. You're confirming
They
that
took their
they
yeah.
took
I'm
it down
confirming
themselves.
they took it down themselves because they were being accused of being drug dealers. They are being accused of you name it, they're being accused of it. And that's not fair. That to me
Well,
is
no,
that's
listen.
people need to keep their
That's
mouth
the worst thing. Sorry to interrupt, but that's the worst thing they can do, because you see, at this moment, I understand that they're scared, but